Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, going to be a 3v3 Diamond Ladder match featuring myself and Somicron here on Black Site 2E. This was played on twitch.tv/Falcon Paladin last Friday around 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Eastern Time of the United States. So go ahead and go to twitch.tv/Falcon, hit the subscribe button, doesn't cost you anything, and I'll see you there on Friday this week. So, top side, we have a red Zerg player. It is me, a teal-ish light blue Zerg player, Antares, and a dark blue Somicron. And if you want to join the clan and get this little spinning logo, go ahead and join the Discord. There is a link to an invite in the description. Go ahead and join it and ask for a clan manager, and they will help you out. Or maybe it will be me. So Team South is a yellow Protoss named Zoltariver with a Mighty Duck spinning logo. We've got ourselves an orange Terran, Skywalker, and a purple Protoss named Navy Seals with a C and a TRP logo. Anyway, just scouting out is Zoltariver. That is a long name. Well, Falcon Pally is a long name as well, so I shouldn't be throwing rocks, right? Right. Serial Portrait for Somicron here. And this is Black Site. It's a relatively new 3v3 ladder map with not many places to expand. So three expansions. Well, easy to get up 3 bases, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then your 4th base is here on this high ground. It's a gold base, so again, very hard to take and very hard to hold. Tanks on the low ground here present problems. Void Rays, carriers, Tempest, battle cruisers, even Marines and Marauders down here can hit your drones while they're doing stuff, and there are 4 of them. And another gold base. So there are a lot of gold bases, but again, very, very hard to take and hard to hold. So if you need a 4th base, because you're a Zerg and need to have 1 base more than your Protoss or Terran opponent, can be fairly difficult to take these. So anyway, we will see. So what's going on here from Skywalker? Skywalker's going for some Hellion play, it looks like, if I had to guess. Oh no, that's a tech lab. I thought that was a reactor. So probably a tank here. Some tanks, some Marines. Yeah, as you get a tank generally, it indicates you're going for some aggression. I know the tanks are pretty good at defense, but additionally, if you show up with Marines and tanks, it could be very difficult for the enemy to deal with. So you kind of got to watch out for that. Anyway, it looks like our team's doing a better job expanding than Team South is here. And sometimes that's just a risk. Right? You go for a fast 3rd base, and if they show up at 4 minutes, you're just dead. Because my army consists currently of nothing. I did not make Zerglings in this game. So massive risk. Like even just making a couple things in case a Reaper shows up is definitely standard play here. But I, again, was feeling incredibly greedy. And then on the other side, they aren't. I mean, this is a 1 base play from Skywalker. Navy's got 2 bases rolling. Good for him. And 2nd base has just come up from Zoltar. We'll call him Zoltar. That's fun to say. So if they're coming for an attack, they really should be coming in the next couple of minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes or so, and really catch us off guard while we're trying, get a ton of drones up, because there's 3 Zerg players. And honestly, traditionally, if you let 3 Zerg players get up into the late game where they each have like 80 workers, you're just going to have a hard time with it, especially if they're working together, which is what team games are all about. I really don't know how else to express that, right? Team games are about team play. 2nd base from Skywalker coming in at about 4 minutes. He does, okay, so these tanks are defensive. It's a really nice little wall here, kind of working together, right? Supply depot, gateway, pylon. So, like, I don't know if they were talking to each other or what, but it's really a nice organization. Tanks on either side, good symmetry. These are the only ways through land to get into your enemy's base. So getting this walled off if you have 3 Zergs is pretty much of paramount importance, and they did that. There's a center zone like a watchtower here, which is getting held by Zoltar. And I've got an overlord that says, yes, there's stuff happening, I said. The stalkers don't like that I have any kind of a view of what's going on here, so they're going to try to kill my guy. Oh, no, the other way. Overlord. I'm not even running him. Falcon, bad control, but I'm just busy. Getting a baneling nest. My lair's done. I'm supply blocked now because I didn't take the time to micro. I'm creep spreading fairly well. Group spread pushing out outside the borders of our own base now. Somicron's going Spire. All right. And, I mean, if your opponent, if you got Protoss on the other team, right, somebody's probably going to go for carriers. Like 2 Protoss and having Corruptors is going to be really good here. Not that they have to. They could just show up with a big, like, Stalker, Archon, Immortal, High Templar ball. And then suddenly your Corruptors are worthless, so maybe just don't blindly make Corruptors. Which I've done in the past, and it's really worked out sometimes. Where I'm like, okay, there's 3 Protoss, one of them is rushing carrier. So I just rush Corruptors, and then the carriers instantly die, and it's like, oh, that was nice. That was really a good experience. So sometimes you get away with that stuff. Anywho, this game was specifically requested to be cast by Somicron, so we'll try to watch him a little more closely than the rest of the players here. Although I'm curious what Antares is up to. Antares is going for upgrades. Okay, same upgrades that I am. +1/+1 for the melee. He's got a Baneling Nest himself. Yeah, I mean, this is just the traditional safe, like, Lings and Banes and Queens will keep you alive versus most stuff. Again, if, like, 8 Void Rays show up, you pretty much just die, which is a problem. But it is Phoenix play from Navy. So, yeah, Corruptor's not a terrible idea, honestly. Or maybe even Mutalisks. And it is 8 Mutalisks on the way here from Somicron. Now, an Ion Pulse Crystals is on the way. And before everything gets too crazy here, quick plug for the Falcon Paladin Hour. It's a weekly podcast with myself and Somicron, who is an Aussie. We talk about StarCraft 2 tournaments like GSL and ESL stuff. We also talk about things that are happening now, like Moon Knight on Disney+, or the Halo show on Paramount+. If you're interested in our thoughts on those particular programs, that's what we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. And you can find that at twitch.tv/FalconPaladin as well, or twitch.tv Somicron is where that's particularly hosted. So twitch.tv/Somicron, his name's right here. You can just write it down or copy it and like print screen this, and SOMICRON. Give him a follow. Subscribe while you're out there too. I just make all the Banelings known to man. Apparently, I just decide what I need right now is 18 Baneling. Oh, okay. Some of these are Antares's. I was like, I didn't remember making that many. But yeah, so I've got 18 and he's got 28. So he's beating me on that front. I'm creep spreading with only 1 creep tumor. If you have at least 2 kind of pushing the same path, it's a lot faster. So that was my problem. So the mutas are like, well, don't make a Viking when there's Mutalisks out. That's just a terrible idea. So yeah, Mutalisk harass is happening. This is a fun thing to do in team games. One player goes for harassment technique, right? Oh, that is so many Phoenix. Oh my gosh. Goodbye. Goodbye, Mutalisks. This is just getting hard countered just by the enemy. And I mean, that's the thing. You're like, oh, they're going to go mass Phoenix. What's Protoss going to do? It's really hard to figure out what they're going to do. Right. So anyway, that hurts. That really hurts, losing all those meters for effectively nothing. Yeah, an Ion Pulse Crystals upgrade increases the range on those Phoenix. Really makes them very good. And Mass Phoenix is something that you see in team games more than really anywhere else. Because Mass Phoenix in a 1v1, you just can't win that way because the enemy has buildings you can't kill. But Mass Phoenix, especially when there's enemy Zergs, is like, what are you going to do? Parasitic bomb me? Try to catch me with a fungal? This is diamond level team games. No one's doing that stuff. So yeah, forcing some spores to get tossed down. The queens are here like, hey, oh, and then the Phoenix are like, what was that? You were talking to us? And like all the queens are now dead. So rough stuff indeed. He's going for +2. Oh, he's just lifting and killing some of my Banelings, which, I mean, the splash damage does hurt the units if they explode in the air, which is a, like, maybe you don't want to do that too much as Phoenix, but it's kind of cool you can do it. Anyway, creep spread in, and we're back to Mutalisks here. So, Ling Muta. Taurus has some Banelings you could use to assist with this, but... oh, and all the Phoenix come in here too, and the Mutas have to get out, or they just straight up, okay, the Mutas are going to die. Nope, they're running. Run! And then I'm expanding to a 4th base on this bottom-ish side, which is, again, really, really, really scary. So, let's see. Somicron's base. Can we save it? Well, I got a bunch of Lings rolling in, and they happen to have... almost have 2-2. They're 1-1 right now. But at the very least... oh, hang on. Oh, I think they tried to blink out, and then they just couldn't. Another... oh, they're not even fighting back. Not even fighting back. My 2-2 kicked in. I've got Adrenal on the way at 9 minutes, too, which I'm very, very proud of. And then the Mutas are going to just casually run into range. No, they're not running into range here. God, these Stalkers are just having the worst of times. The absolute worst of times for the aforementioned Stalkers. And then I'm like, is there a base here? No, it stopped killing my Banelings. And I'm like, okay, can we... we're checking to see. Is there a base here? No. Ah! There's a big Protoss army. Get out of there, you fools. Oh, there's DTs in the mix. 1,000,000 Banelings to kill 2 Archons. It's about 18 Banelings to kill an Archon, so yep, that tracks for sure. This space is not very well defended. There's a handful of 2/2-lings here, almost with Adrenal, and like a Queen and some Spores. I've got the anti-air covered here with the Phoenix, which is always annoying because it totally cuts into your drone count. On the other side, the Mutas, man, Somicron back into the Mutalisk play, and oh, he's letting, no, why are you staying in range of the Mutas? Don't do that. Oh, Navy. Navy makes possibly the worst type of decision when you have Phoenix versus Mutas and ends up losing a ton of Phoenix. Ends up losing 10 total Phoenix there. Brutal. Creep spread pushing. And do I have enough to stop this? I mean, the DTs are a problem. I guess all the Spores help with that. So my Lynx have Adrenal. So I'm like, all right, go Adrenalings. Fight, win. Oh, you blinked into like Queen Adrenal. Ah, the Banelings crushing in here too. Assisting from Antares. Thank you, Antares. And we clean that up. Together we do. And this poor Stalker. Zoltar, no, why would you send a Stalker here? And they just are not allowed to have any 4 bases. They got their 3. We can't do anything about that. But, oh, he's got battle cruisers, Mr. Skywalker does. We're going to handle that. And carriers are on the way, too. From enemy Protoss. So it's Corruptors from Somicron. He's got 14 of them. He's going to have to save us from the battle cruisers because I don't think Antares has anything that shoots up. He's making Swarm Hosts, which, again, doesn't help. Battle cruisers killing a bunch of tumors here from Antares, and I'm like, oh, 8 battle cruisers, great. Spore crawlers, do your thing. Ah, run! Oh, my Banelings are trying to come up, and then the Spores kind of distract. And look how fast the Spores die. All right, so the Corruptors chase the battle cruisers away. Excellently done. The Phoenix are trying to kill them, not as good at it. My Ultra pops out in time to maybe save this base. Of course I'm going Ultralisks. It's Falcon Paladin. What else am I going to do? Ultra makes the ultimate sacrifice to save this base. Buys just enough time for my Lings to turn around and save it here. Corruptors are just eating these battle cruisers, though. Just nom, 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 nom. Beautiful stuff. Skywalker tries to take a base here. It's not going all that well for him. I wonder, my guys, why are you going this way? What is over here that we're doing? I guess I want to attack. Oh, okay. So we're just, all right. We're just going to A-move into this 4th base that has been taken by Navy. With 1,000,000,000 3/3-lings with Adrenal. They are cracklings in every possible way here. And yeah, so Banelings are rolling in, killing some of them probes. Nicely done. Yes. Oh, the Banelings are kind of like, well, I guess we could kill all these shield batteries. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I can kill this entire base with the carriers overhead, but my upgrades are good. It is kind of hard for just a couple carriers to kill Ultralisks, and I do get the Nexus, which is great. On the other side, Antares has a ton of Ultralisks himself. Roar! Moving in. Where were they trying to go exactly? I don't know, but more carriers here from Navy SEALs are trying to save him. These Stalkers are not going to win this battle. The DTs are, though. I think it's ultra small. Does Antares have a... Maybe mine are just... they're bigger because I have the Collector's Edition of the Heart of the Swarm release Ultralisks. I don't know. They just seem bigger. Whatever. So I'm like, blah, blah, blah. This is what happens when you have all of the money and all of the time and all of the larva in the world. You just send your Ultras across and say, kill production, kill workers, Stargates. Yeah. Twilight Council. Yeah. And all your Ultras die, but it keeps everybody home, which is great. Because sure, if they're home, you get more time to expand, take extra bases, maybe saturate up an expansion or 2. Look at this. Antares has one up that way. Somicron's got this guy rolling. And yeah, more Ling and more Ultra coming into one of Zoltar's base. I'm trying to expand down here because I'm like, I want a 5th base. You guys have 5th bases and you're cool. But my gosh, just running into DT carrier battlecruiser with my Ultras is not the best of ideas here. No. Meanwhile, Locust from Somicron doing some... Did he make... Wait. I thought that was Antares. Nope, that was Somicron making Swarm Hosts. I'm dumb. He even talked about it during the game, and I assumed he was talking about the other guy. Whatever. So this is happening, and it's super annoying. I mean, how dare you, Zoltar? You've never shown any ability to warp units into my base so far in this game. So save the hive. Why are my lings getting all trapped up on here? There's like one zealot down there that they're worrying about. Did I get that kill? No, the warp prism got out. On the other side, battle cruisers jump, and now guess what? They can't jump home, so they're all extraordinarily dead. The upgrades for Antares' Corruptors. Look at him making Corruptors. He's got +1 attack on him, which is great. The battle cruisers are sitting at 2-2, so they have better upgrades, but Corruptors is such a better answer to the battle cruiser. That's what they were designed for entirely. Skywalker's BC is trying to do some work, and I'm like, well, oh, this DT is a little wall, though. Oh, this DT wall. Just hammering away at my link. Take that, shield battery. Take that, probes. And then the mass DT's just putting in work. Battle cruiser jumping on top of Antares' base. He's like, oh, you have Corruptors. I'm gonna murder your face real good. Yeah, so both my teammates are handling the air stuff for me with their Corruptors. That's what good teammates they are. No, they know that I hate making Corruptors. I really don't like making them. Just because, I don't know, they're like roaches. I don't like making roaches either, obviously. So the DT defense here from Zoltar is kind of working out. I'm refusing to bring Overseers with me on these attacks. So let's see if I've got one. I have one. But the larger problem for Team South here is that they haven't been able to get a 4th base. I mean, let's not even talk about their ability to get a 5th base, because that's not even close to happening. Antares has expanded to their base. And Navy's back on this guy. So that's nice. I have an Overseer with this army, but that's so many DTs. I don't know if it even matters. Oh, and there's battle cruisers here too. So I'm like, nice blink out of there. That was close. They were taking splash damage from these ultras. They were getting cleaved a bit there. On the other side, just kind of defending this 4th base. Navy SEALs has one. And I'm like, well, let's go to the right side, because battle cruisers are slow after all. Oh, these DTs. God, Ultra's just getting caught out. And I'm like, where's my Overseer? There it is. Overseer, no! Overseer died! And I'm going to lose another 100 Ultralisks to this problem. On the other way, Antares is showing up. Parasitic Bomb getting tossed down. Look at the spellcasting. Locust getting rained down or from above as well. Battle cruisers and Skywalker on the other side of the map. I've got a random Ultralisk with 3 kills up this way, just being problematic. That's a good thing about Lings and Ultras is they're fast. Oh, Antares and Somicron working together to wipe out the Void Ray threat. There weren't enough of them to handle this many Corruptors. And they're like, huh, so we could do something here except for all of the cannons that exist. Meanwhile, Skywalker's BCs, they definitely have +3 attack, +2 armors on the way for them. Getting on top of Somicron stuff, the Corruptors are way down here, so it's going to be hard for them to get back and deal with that. Meanwhile, more my Zerglings keep rolling in and absolutely dying. Absolutely dying, lads. Woo! 445 Zerglings and 21 Ultralisks have died so far in 18 minutes, which is crazy pants. Corruptors and Hydras trying to win this battle. And they're going to jump out, not before losing a BC in the process. The DT stuff working really well, but I have a million Overseers and I don't have any splash damage, so actually the DTs handle my Lings quite well. Big swipes, man. Big swipes on those Zerglings, and I'm like, oh, more spines, I guess. My army currently consists of 14 Zerglings, and I'm making 5 Ultras, which is great. I've lost 26,000 resources. Somicron's lost 31, and Antares has lost 33. And 27 for Navy SEALs. I lost a bunch, but I'm like the 4th most lost in this 3v3 so far. And here comes a good combined attack here. See, I'm not working with the team, but guess what? Somicron and Antares are, and I just got a bunch of Badelings. Did they just show up, or were they there the whole time? I don't know, but that just evaporated those DTs really hard. My Ultras, the battle cruisers, they can't keep up with them, so they're going to Yamato them and weaken them to the point that, well, maybe they'll be easier to kill later on. More Warp Prism attempts down this way, but this Queen's kind of been sitting here waiting for that for a while. Does she have upgrades? Usually I like to get them... I like to get them upgrades, but I don't think I did in this game. Anyway, I'm going after the Dark Shrine. These battle cruisers are just... they're doing what they can, but they can't shoot up. I get the Dark Shrine. Yes, no more DTs for you, Zoltar. Zoltar has 200 minerals and 96 gas. He's not making more DTs anyway. And then here comes Antares with some Hydras and some Corruptors, and look at him making different stuff. Look at, I'm creep spreading, which is great, but Antares is clearly a better Zerg player than I am, and in fact, Somicron's looking amazing too. Holy jump that, man. All right, so they go to my third base, which is honestly fine. I mean, it's almost entirely mined and gassed out. And this one's very close as well. So the battle cruisers are still problematic, despite the fact 2 of us are going Corruptors. Somicron's making 14 more of them. Is that necessary? I don't know. Do his Lings not have speed? His Lings don't have speed. Oh, no. Skywalker's trying to expand to this gold. No, you're not allowed a gold base over here, Skywalker. Navy Seals is allowed this one, yes. I love getting Lings into mineral lines. It's the juiciest, most satisfying thing you can do with Zerglings in StarCraft is get inside a Protoss mineral line and just chew up all those probes. A couple Marines out here. Skywalker's at 8. Nobody's at 100 supply right now for Team South. I barely am. And my least favorite thing about Lings is you have to manually tell them to kill shield batteries because they don't see them as a threat at all. And so they'll just try to kill a cannon forever, and they can't. Because it's getting shield battery overcharged. That's a GG from Skywalker. GG, GG! Skywalker taps out the Void Rays from Navy Seals. We're trying to save the day here. I have a lot of Overseers for that DT problem, which I think I solved and they never came back, so the Overseers are kind of useless. But Zoltar leaves the game, and who is still left? Who is fighting us right now? That means Navy Seals is still fighting us right now. I mean, look, he's got a bunch of Void Rays, which is great. It's honestly mass Void Ray against this, like, Corruptor, Broodlord, Ultralisk thing that they're dealing with would be incredibly good. I guess the Hydras for Antares are a problem. They've got +1 attack and +3 armor. Additional attack upgrades for them would be fantastic. But the Corruptor just is like, nah, not enough Void Rays. Not enough Void Rays. He's like, I have 4 bases, says Navy Seals. I can beat you, and I've mined out my 4th base. And this is mined out, and this is mined out, and this is getting super mined. I love this one Broodlord. Whee! Whee! We're gonna kill a single assimilator. Oh, that battle cruiser overextended and died. That battle cruiser's not overextending, but it's gonna die anyway. Pull back. I'm stealing minerals from this base that Antares has taken. I'm like, I need the gold. I need it. I have random bits of Zerglings around here killing stuff. Hyder's doing a better job of it. Obviously, there's more of them. I've got +3 attack and Adrenal. I could take build. Look at fast supply depot dies to 2 Zerglings. Oh, making Marines, huh? No, you're not. My creep spread is kind of stalled down this way. Not very proud of that, but I'm just making Lings at this stage. Just cleaning up. Just killing buildings where I can find them. And I'm like, ah, Navy's up here doing shenanigans. Kill the shield battery. Kill the shield battery and the stalker at the same time. There we go. Now you can kill this cannon. Now these pylons can die. On the other side, more just enough Corruptors to handle the Void Ray to a certain extent. I'm trying to just use this small handful of Swarm Host to get work done. And I mean, it's effective. It is effective at this stage. Corruptors from Somicron pushing in. A Spire's on the way from Antares. Did he lose his Spire during some of that BC shenanigan stuff? It seems like he did. Alright, so Navy Seals loses everything. Everything that exists building-wise for Team South is gone. Except for this one assimilator, and this is the lone holdout for Navy Seals. He's got Void Rays, he's got 41 total supply. He has enough money to build a ton of stuff. 4,000 minerals and 1,300 gas is nothing to take a stick at. Oh, I guess he has a... Never mind. He did have a Nexus here too, but it's dead. Antares has his own Ultralisk joining the party. Oh, the Creep Spread is still kind of moving, and I've taken this base down here. It seems to have the most minerals remaining. And gas. So hey, this is my base now. Woohoo! Void Rays poking, losing a Void Ray in the process, and I'm like, go Zerglings! Shield battery dead. So I'm like, okay, we gotta focus down, obviously, the shield batteries. That's what's keeping the Void Rays alive. So if we kill all the shield batteries, they're just so stupid. They will definitely try to kill cannons. So the shield batteries are gone, and that means the Corruptors are like, all right, we don't care about a handful of cannons down below. The Lings are killing those anyway, and that's a GG! Falcon, Paladin, Somicron, and Antares are your winners in 24 minutes. Whew, there's 60 workers on this base for Antares. Absolutely insane. Hit that like button if you enjoyed that 3v3. That was, oof, something to behold for sure. Resources lost today. Resources total. Somicron. 43,000, 44,000 for Navy SEALs, 36 for me, and 36, higher 36 for Antares, actually. So, man, a lot of dead stuff here today. I mean, what, 62 drones died for Somicron, 48 for Antares, 13 carriers died from Navy SEALs, 31 Void Rays, and 16 Phoenix. Some of those not controlled perfectly, but again, this is Diamond. This is not professional 3v3 stuff. 31 battle cruisers died for Skywalker. 31. And then kind of weird Stalker DT Archon Zealot comp from Zoltar. Lost 35 DTs, which is a ton of DTs. On the other side, 18 Ultralisks down for me. I only made 18 Ultralisks in this game. Disappointing. No. 26. I got the colors wrong. Antares lost. Okay, so 18 Ultras, 36 Corruptors, 11 Banelings, 7 Hydras, and some Vipers. I ended up losing 26 Ultras and 649 Zerglings in just 24 minutes. And then Somicron, kind of an interesting comp too. Swarm Host, Corruptor, Broodlord, Mutalisk, and Zerglings, which never got speed. The only upgrades he got today were +3 flyer attack, +1 flyer carapace, Overlord speed, and burrow. Interesting pattern for sure. So yeah, that's it. I mean, there's a lot of carrier battle cruiser stuff going on in 3v3s. If you can handle those, you're pretty much going to do okay as a Zerg player. And yeah, it worked out. So teamwork that way. Team South just never really could get those extra bases. Zoltar and Skywalker especially struggled getting even a 4th base, let alone even attempting a 5th base today. And that's just going to be a problem if you're attempting to win a game of 3v3 on this map anyway. All right, fantastic stuff. So that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw, what you heard today, you can catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.